It seems like Ousmane Dieng might be due for a breakout year this season with the Oklahoma City Thunder, as he discussed at Media Day what he's prepared to do going into this upcoming season with the Oklahoma City Thunder. As we all know, there's not a lot of opportunity for playing time if you're a guy like Ousmane Dieng, Dylan Jones, guys that need a little bit of time to develop. Ousmane Dieng, this is going to be his third season in the NBA, his third season with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Former lottery pick, drafted 11th overall, right in front of J-Dub. It's just one of those things where he had all this potential coming into the league. He did. He had all the potential in the world to be a great piece for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 6'10 power forward that can handle the ball, can pass well, can shoot, was supposed to play defense at a pretty decent rate as well coming into the league, and he just really hasn't worked out for the Thunder at all. He's had some good games here and there when he comes in due to injuries or late minute garbage time. But then when he does get some more minutes in the next game, he doesn't really show up. We've seen this multiple times before. We've talked about it. But he said something different this season that's really going to separate him from his play and performance last season to this year, where he can be a key member of this squad. And we're going to break that down here today on Thunder Digest. Before we get into that, though, quick moment to recognize that if you guys are watching these videos all the way through and you're not subscribed yet, or coming back on a regular basis, or if you're new to the channel and you like what we do here and you're wanting to support the channel, the best way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. With that out of the way, we can go in and get into the video and topic at hand, talking about a little bit. Ousmane Dieng, who he has the potential to be a really, really good NBA player. We've looked at it before. If you guys remember from the offseason, in the summer, watching his G League performances, his Summer League performances a little bit here and there, talking about what he's been doing, looking at some videos and pictures of him working out, and all this talk about how he really has progressed. And in the Summer League, you saw a game or two where he really did that, but then the other two didn't really show up. So it's just one of those things where, is he going to be consistent enough to actually be a key and core member of this Oklahoma City Thunder bench squad that we have, that we can roll out there when we need some size, when we need some help? Can he be a reliable piece? And the question was always, can he score? Can he play defense? Can he, pass the ball? Can he do all this? Can he use the ball? Is he actually useful when he has the ball in his hand? But that's not what he's focused on when talking about what he's really done this offseason. We're going to go in and get into that here. An article I saw on Sports Illustrated by Ross Lovelace. And this is what was said about Ousmane Dieng. We got a quote from him as well. But this is what Ross had to say. Oklahoma City has high expectations this season, along with championship aspirations. Over the last few seasons, the blueprint has been laid out and the talent has been assembled. Now the roster is ready to go. That creates an interesting situation for project players with high potential like Ousmane Dieng. The former lottery pick was selected because of his high ceiling and potentially long-term fit for the Thunder. The only problem is that Oklahoma City doesn't have an abundance of playing time. At the beginning of the rebuild, the team was able to give out minutes to youngsters and watch them develop. All of the Thunder's young core had a full runway to experiment and improve without heavy expectations. 3 years ago, Dieng would have been able to put his talents to the test night in and night out and receive valuable live reps. And so right there, we're already recognizing the problem why Ousmane Dieng could potentially never work out for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's never going to get the time that he needs to actually develop. He can spend all this time with the Blue and the G League. But if he's never getting NBA experience playing against guys in the league that aren't in the G League, other young guys or, veterans that are recovering from an injury or just trying to get that NBA contract again so they can get the 10-year benefits that they get due to playing in the NBA, he's not going to actually progress and get all that much better. And you're going to see that with guys like Adam Flagler as well. This is why training camp is really important for a few guys, like three guys really. Ousmane Dieng, Adam Flagler, and AJ Mitchell. This is a very important training camp for them. AJ Mitchell on two-way, Adam Flagler two-way. Ousmane Dieng not on a two-way, but he spends a lot of his time in the G League and never really playing at the NBA level. So this training camp, they have a lot to prove. And I'm really interested in seeing how Adam Flagler performs as well alongside Ousmane Dieng. I don't think AJ Mitchell is going to get all that much time this season. I think in year 2 or 3 is when you really see him playing in the NBA. But Adam Flagler with his three-point shot, I wouldn't be surprised to see him getting some good, time at the NBA level when we have injuries or playing against lower level teams like the Hornets or Pistons or, the Trailblazers, teams on those levels. But Ousmane Dieng, he has the size. He has what we need right now. We need size, we need rebounders, and we need rim protectors, all right? Because right now it's only Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren. Those are only really rim protectors and size that we have. Ousmane Dieng is a 6'10 power forward at like 225, 230 pounds. That's a good body right there. And he's going to be competing with Jay Will the entirety of training camp to get that kind of last, we can definitely use his size right there and his rim protection, all right? Right now, Jay Will has the edge on him. He does, because he's been getting NBA minutes now for the past 2 seasons. Ousmane Dieng hasn't been getting the same kind of minutes and recognition as Jay Will. So this training camp, he has a lot to prove. Now to the second part of the article here by Ross Lovelace. These are exact quotes that we got from Ousmane Dieng at Media Day. Working on my body, Dieng said when asked about his offseason. Trying to gain weight and still working on my shot. I worked a lot on my shot and my body. That was the main points. One of the most valuable things he worked on with the Blue was off-ball reps. And here we go. This is something that could potentially separate him from other guys in training camp that could get him actual minutes at the NBA level and being a rotation piece in the lineup. When his number is called with the Thunder, that will likely be his role. Oklahoma City has a plethora of ball handlers that excel in isolation. The vision with Dieng has always been based on him as a connector, and that's what he's worked on all last season. Just to play hard, compete on defense and offense, make shots, Dieng said. One other point last year with the Blue was at first playing off the ball because that's how I'm going to play with the Thunder. I'm pretty confident on that. So we recognize when he's playing with the Thunder, he's not going to be a ball handler. He's not going to have the ball in his hands a ton. He's going to be a connector piece for setting off-ball screens, off-ball pick and rolls, all this good stuff going on right now. On-ball pick and rolls, just finding ways to get open so he can get his shot up. That was a big thing he worked on. And that connector piece can also go into a piece where swing him the ball real quick, and he finds a guy cutting, and he passes it down low right there. He really worked on his off-ball performance, which could separate him from Jay Will. I think Ousmane Dieng is already a better off-ball performer than Jay Will. But Jay Will, he has this NBA experience like we've talked about before. He's been playing with the team. He's been a key rotation piece, a key bench guy for the Thunder for the past 2 seasons because he's a better defensive player. And this is what this Thunder team has really worked and focused on. And I think that's what Ousmane Dieng needs to prove this training camp in the coming days and in the preseason is that he can be a good defender as well. He needs to show that he is on a defensive level the same in the likes of Jay Will so he can get those Jay Will minutes if he actually wants to make it with Oklahoma City Thunder. And if he doesn't do that, do not be surprised if the Thunder end up trading him midway through the season for another big by the name of Jonas Valanciunas. That is my bold prediction going into the NBA season is that the Thunder are going to try to trade for Jonas Valanciunas at some point since it is a cheap contract. He's a veteran guy, and I think he could fit in well with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the system we have going on right now as a backup center if Isaiah Hartenstein is in that starting lineup. But back to Ousmane Dieng. The 2 things he has to really, focus on and improve during training camp, and that could really give him a breakout year and become a key player of the future for the Oklahoma City Thunder, is he has to show how much he really has improved off ball, and he has to show that he can be a good rim protector and a good defender. He has to show those 2 things during the entirety of training camp against these NBA level guys that we have right now. And frankly, I'm a little bit worried. I am. But he needs to prove that this training camp. That's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys personally think is going to happen with Ousmane Dieng. Is he going to rise up to the expectations we have for him and actually be a member of the Oklahoma City Thunder for a little bit? Or is he just going to fall short because he won't ever get that playing time at the NBA level and he's eventually going to be traded, and that'll probably be the best for his career if that is the case? Let me know what you guys personally think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.